Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to episode number 21 of the Bright Ideas Daily Nugget. I am your host, Trent Dyrsmid, and this is the video where I answer your questions as well as give you an opportunity to look over my shoulder as my team and I grow our e-commerce company from the roughly $2.5 million a year that we're at now to our goal right there of $10 million per year. In today's video, I'm going to answer a question from Andrew Steinmeier. Andrew asks, what do I focus on each day, and how do I determine what to delegate to a virtual assistant? Thank you very much for submitting the question, Andrew. And if you would like to submit, if your person watching, not Andrew, wants to submit a question in the future, you can do that at Brightideas.co/asktrent. All right, as the CEO, I have one major responsibility: growth. My job is to figure out how to develop systems to increase our growth. Not run day-to-day operations. I've got a chief operating officer for that. Not do product sourcing. I've got a product sourcer for that. Not do marketing projects. I've got someone for that. And I've got 6 VAs that do all sorts of stuff that helps all of those people. Your job as the leader is to engineer growth. If it doesn't have anything to do with growth, you should not be doing it. So that's the first answer to the question. What does my focus look like every single day? How can I cause growth to become a system in our business? So then, how do I delegate? How do I determine what to delegate to a virtual assistant or to an employee? Well, once I take something and turn it into a system, like when I started this business, the very first systems I created were all about product sourcing. And when you look at, so that was very important because product sourcing causes growth. And then, of course, I did a lot of product sourcing myself. I was on the phone a lot. And so that wasn't delegated to a virtual assistant. But everything that happened around the competitor extractions and sending emails and importing stuff into HubSpot and all that other stuff, that was done by virtual assistants. So the way to figure out what an employee should do versus a virtual assistant is this. If it doesn't require a lot of decision-making, it's great for a virtual assistant. If it requires some judgment, and judgment comes from experience, more than likely it's better for an employee. So when you look at product sourcing, there's a whole bunch of really repetitive stuff every single day, and 4 or so of those 6 VAs that we have are focused on product sourcing. So you want to have a system for it, and they're going to be doing it over and over and over and over again. And then when I wanted to get myself out of sourcing, I hired an employee, and that person started to pick up the phone and deal with replies and do the things and ask the questions that I talked about in video number 18, which you can get to at Brightideas.co/nugget018. So to boil it down, VA's really good for things that don't require a lot of experience and are very repetitive, and you could basically follow a recipe to achieve the objective. Employees, much better for things where some experience is required. English as a first language is probably important if it involves making phone calls, or even they got to be very, very good at writing. Communications, I guess, would be a better way to describe that. So hopefully, Andrew, that has answered your question. As I mentioned, if others would like to submit a question, go to Brightideas.co/asktrent. If this is your first time watching one of my Nugget videos and you're on YouTube, coolest thing you could do all day is become a subscriber on YouTube. You can also head over to Brightideas.co. When you do, right under the video of me on the homepage, you'll see all sorts of additional ways you can get connected with our tribe. Becoming a subscriber is one. You can join the Facebook group. We have paid groups and we have free groups. If you're in one of those groups and you're watching this Nugget video, would love it if you'd give it a like, ideally a comment and a share as well. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you in another Nugget video next week. Bye-bye.